Okay, I'm actually coming back really quick for another thing with Forge, and one of the things that I was thinking about with vehicle welding is, of course, to make certain vehicles flyable or drivable that we hadn't thought of before. So naturally, one of the things I want to do is I want to fly a Pelican. I haven't had a really flyable Pelican ever since, of course, Halo 4, but before that, since Halo Custom Edition, which was a long time ago. So naturally, the one thing I want to use is a Wasp, is that it could replicate a VTOL, which of course a Pelican is. So it's really small though, but I've done some research on it, and basically what I want to do is make sure that it's phased, number one, so that whenever I start to mesh these objects together, otherwise it's just going to bounce right off the models. So there would still be collision between the two objects. So now that I've got that selected, I want to bring up the props, which are the vehicles, and that will be the Pelicans. So let's do Pelican with open. So just in case I want to potentially create something where it can, I guess the players can actually get in the back. So we're gonna see if we can make something that's actually usable, completely usable. Is it life support systems has failed following emergency escape protocol? Well, that's too bad. So here we go. One thing I want to do is make sure that this is also phase. So the physics is phase as well. So what I want to do is select this, actually bring it inside. So actually, one of the things I wanted to think of how to do is whether or not I can fit it so that, actually no. The best thing I can do is to somewhat jut it out. Actually, I want to see if I can hide it in such a way that it still looks aesthetically pleasing, but allows me to get in. So let me see if I can get in there. So that's what I was afraid of. I actually need to move it forward just a little bit so that it can give me the ability to shoot out the front. So I suppose I can make it so that, hold on a second, I want to bring in, there we go, the precision editing. So that'll probably be a lot better. So I can actually, can I actually shoot out there? I still can't tell. So the way we can do that is to make sure the camera distance is nice and far away. So that's at the very bottom of the object properties. So when I get in it, and it's not pulling the camera back. I'm not sure why. Oh, you know what it is. It's probably because it's not selected. So we have both those selected now. We can hit up on the D-pad to group them. So now I can change the physics back so that it is normal. Well, that's not normal. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, so after doing a little research on the matter, I figured out that first I need to select first the object, and then that there, the actual wasp. Now I have to group them together. So after that, I need to make sure that the wasp is the parent. And from there, we can weld the group together. After that, I switch the physics over to normal, which the whole thing will drop to the ground. And if everything goes well, everything seems to be more or less working. Well, it's not perfect, not by a long shot, but this is kind of what you need to do. I think the thing I have to do is to make sure that I can align everything perfectly. It looks like I have to set it up in the center mass of this object because it seems like it's front heavy or back heavy. So I need to make sure that I account for that. But more or less, I kind of have something all set up. See, I'm wondering if, yeah, look at that. It's definitely back heavy, but there's a sort of flyable Pelican. So let's see if I can do this in a way that can make it nice and balanced. So it's going crazy again. And again, that's probably because I'm just not familiar with all this. I'm just not all that learned in vehicle welding. So let's see if I have the option to flip it over, which I don't. I think that's weird. That's okay. So let's there, force that up and over. And I believe I just ruined another Pelican. Select it. Lift it up and out. Oh, boy. It's stuck. Alright, I broke another one. Let's get version 3 ready to go. So, let me show you what I was talking about. If I get in the Wasp. And I wanted it because the Wasp operates like a VTOL. Like it does like similarly to what I would assume. What I assumed what it would look like, what it would work like. So, vehicle, not a Wasp, Banshee, standard. So let's add that there. Make sure that the physics are phased. Spawn a Pelican. Where in the world is that? There we go. Vehicles, Pelican, open. Probably gonna have to do it similar sort of thing. Actually, now that I think about it, the Pelican could be a little easier to work with, and that's phased. Would be a little bit easier to work with because I can actually get into it from the back, whereas the Wasp I have to enter the vehicle from the front. So let's set this up here. I might even be able to fire out of it. There. It looks so cute. Set up like that, with those little wings poking out the side. That doesn't look all that bad. Look, I mean, it looks how it looks. And I can get into it straight from the back. And I can get out from the back as well. So, select the Pelican, select the Banshee, group it together. Go there and make sure that the Banshee is the parent. We weld it together. And then make sure the physics are normal. Let it drop to the ground. And see how we can do this. Yes, it takes off. It's not the most graceful thing ever. Now let's get out. Well, win some, you lose some. I get the flip prompt, so that's good. We're gonna have to work on that. On how to keep it upright. Now that I've moved the camera back a little bit, it should be easier to get in and out and see what's going on. But for whatever reason, I can't shoot. I can't shoot the Pelican. I can't shoot through the Pelican. Because I could with the... I could with the Phantom, but for whatever reason, I can't with the Pelican. That's okay, though. This is actually pretty fine for a first attempt. I can probably do this with the civilian cars as well, so... I'm tipping, but I saved it. No. You don't tip that way, you don't tip that way. Oh, great. Now it's tipping. Come on, go forward, you fool. There we go. Saved it. It's a work in progress. We're working on it, but it looks like that things are going just fine. Not bad for my first vehicle welding. I'm pretty sure that once people get good at this, they're going to have some really interesting ideas or very interesting vehicles, props, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure everyone wanted to fly a Pelican. Well, this isn't exactly the same thing. For what it is, I think it looks pretty cool. So that's pretty much all it for me right now. I mean, just a short little video, me messing around, trying to make heads or tails of this vehicle welding system, and I think it went well. I'll have to do a little bit more work, but I think it did well. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.